You okay there?
Hi. Thank you.
You're okay. Enjoy your ride. There's another advantage of a hybrid. You don't frighten the horses with the engine noise. You can either do what I've just done there, stop, there's no noise, the horses are happy, they go past. Or you can creep past them on your hybrid and electric system. I'm just going to pull over and park in this gateway and I'll show you some of the features of the car. Yeah, we get a very nice high definition reversing camera. But you still have to be aware, you can't rely on the camera. Let's square myself up so I've got some room to walk around the car and show you things. Quick overview. Being the dynamic, this one gets the bigger screen and JBL. All hybrids get the energy monitoring system. Your trip computer for the trip. Your history. Obviously your energy monitor. This one comes with Apple CarPlay. So you get your phone, your music, all in one place. Apple Maps. You get access to your messages. Podcasts, if you listen to podcasts. I'm into audiobooks, so I've got all my audiobooks. And touchscreen's very responsive. Obviously your calendar. There's CarPlay settings. You can change the appearance of your screen. And whatever else you've subscribed to, like I've got Amazon Music, my Audible account, my Spotify, BBC Sounds, so I can listen to the radio via the internet, but I've got DAB, so I don't need to do that. It's just an app I've got on the phone. Google Maps. And in Google Maps, you've also got the option to go full on satellite, and you can actually navigate on that screen. And it's also easy to use. You've also got, you can use Waze. There are lots and lots of options for navigation. And WhatsApp. So Apple CarPlay is a really good function in my eyes. Even if I type a destination in now, if you've got inbuilt car sat-nav in your car, and that's what you're used to, you tend to wait for your navigation to come up, and it can take a little while. I'll just take I'll just go for a recent search, a random recent search. So I'll go Denby Plant Services in Mocktra. because yesterday I went to Denby Plant Services and bought a new chainsaw. I'm going to pick Denby Plant Services. It's already figured the route out.
Head southeast.
And away you go. It's that quick.
Denby Plant Services may be closed today.
Let's dismiss that one. Exit. Let's go back to add a destination. Let's just take a totally random and see how fast it takes. So I'm sat in North Wales. Should we go Trafalgar Square, London? Trafalgar Square. It's found it. Charing Cross, London, WC2. It's that quick finding the route. It's giving me options on the routes. So I can pick any of them routes. Whichever way I go, I've got a toll road to go down. So if I pick via the M1, we'll start the navigation and away you go. Google Maps is that quick for navigation. It's absolutely brilliant. So much better than the inbuilt car sat-nav I used to have in the old 2016. It's an option you don't need to buy in a car anymore. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm not going to London. I don't want to go to London. No intentions of going to London. Let's go back to where I am. So yeah, you've got some quick access buttons on the side. All your setup menus. They're all dead simple. Everything makes sense. I like. Again, click into your audio. Let's go source. We've got AM radio, FM radio, DAB. The moment it's running off my iPhone. You can also link via Bluetooth, but when you're plugged into the Apple CarPlay, you're plugged into the USB port and you don't need your Bluetooth because everything comes through the Apple CarPlay. It's very intuitive and works very well, and it hasn't taken me very long to figure it all out. Your controls, they're all laid out logically. Wipers, one side of the stalk on the right hand side, left hand stalk, indicators, lights. I've got auto lights on this one, I've got auto wipers on this one, it's got auto high beam. You can turn that off. We've got dual zone climate control. Which works very well. All the buttons are laid out nicely. The only one you need to know about is turning it on, turning it off and adjusting the temperature, and just let the car do the rest. That's the way I tend to run my air conditioning. Really nice smooth adjustment on the steering wheel. Lots of controls on the steering wheel. Depending on the menu you're in, you've got a back button, telephone control button, and then you've got your toggle button, up and down, and some backwards and forwards arrows for all the information on the 4-inch screen in between the instruments. You've got your Siri voice button and volume up and down on one side. On the other side, you've got your mode button, skip track buttons, and then you've got your 2 buttons on the top here. One is for your radar cruise control. One is a speed limiter. And then the cruise control buttons are in the middle, and a nice big cancel button. Controls on the door. I've got the controls for all 4 windows here, and they're all auto up and down. But I've also got the lock. As if I went for the rear window, or one of the other windows now, they're disabled, so if you've got children in the car, they've got no access to the windows. I have. The mirror adjusting switch is on the door. That's intuitive, works very well. And you can lock yourself in the car and open the car via 2 buttons on the console there as well. So everything's intuitive, everything's where you expect it to be. Hazard warning light switch on the bottom of the big screen. Two nice sun visors with a vanity mirror and the light above the visor on both sides. Interior lights, and your SOS button is in the light cluster at the top. Nice view out the rear window through the mirror. In dynamic trim, we're totally black interior, black roof lining. Black half leather seats with an absolutely gorgeous material. So you get nice leather bolsters up and around, and a really, really nice, comfortable section to sit. So to put floor mats in, all 4 seating positions. Information on dash is logically laid out. Water temperature, fuel, speed, what gear you're in, all your hybrid information on that side. Multiple messages and control of the vehicle on the centre screen. Everything again works seamlessly. With the JBL stereo we get 8 speakers. There's one up in each corner, one on there on the dash. There's one in each passenger door, both front and rear. So that gives you your 8 speakers. I've not discovered what that speaker there is for. I suspect it could be telephone or sat-nav information. I'm not sure, but I'll find that out as time goes by. As far as places to hide things, put things, 2 cup holders down in the centre console. Little cubby hole under the armrest. Get a door pocket in each door on the front. Glove box. It's not particularly large, but you can keep your glasses in there. Spare lead, your handbooks. Some bit of space there. Enough space there for a phone. So all in all, it's a really logically laid out car. Excuse the rear of the car, it's full of camera equipment. It's quite dark in the back with it being a black interior. There is a door pocket in each of the rear doors. We also have a mat pocket in the back of the passenger seat, but no pocket in the rear of the driver's seat. I wouldn't say putting 2 adults in the back is a good idea for long journeys. Let's move some of this junk and I'll show you what I mean. I'm 6'1". I do fit in the car quite nicely. I have headroom. My feet do fit under the driver's seat in my driving position, and I do not have a lot of room for my knees. But I would be comfortable in here for a short journey, not for a particularly long one. Visibility, camera's now as if I'm sat in the middle of the seat. As you can see, headrest's in my way. I'd have to look to one side to see where we were going. One thing I haven't checked on it yet is, do the rear windows go all the way down? Shall we find out? Almost. There's just a little bit of glass showing there, but it's a lot better than the old Yaris, because that used to leave the windows up here. Well, on the back, reversing camera's here, and under here there are 2 buttons. There's one for opening. There's a better view. There's 2 buttons, one for opening, and that little button there is for opening the boot. I've got the keys in my pocket, let me show you. Let's turn the car off. Car's now locked. Yes, on the Dynamic you do have keyless entry and smart entry, so we're double locked. So the whole car's locked. As long as you buy the car, you don't need to walk to any of the doors to open the boot. Really nice little touch. I can also lock the car on the little button that's hidden underneath the boot latch. So this one's a Dynamic in pure white. And the colour pops on this car. It really exaggerates the arches. especially from the back. When you walk around the back and you look down the back of the car, it really makes the car look very wide and very low. Like with all Toyota hybrids, this one hasn't got a key, it's push button start, foot on the brake, push the button, the little ready symbol comes on, this car's ready just to drive away once you've put your seatbelt on. It's that simple. Foot on the brake, into drive or into reverse, whichever way you're deciding to go. Auto handbrake with a hold function. Hold function will not arm if you're not wearing your seatbelt. Seatbelts must be on for that to work. And how that works is when you're driving and you stop in traffic and you're still in drive, the car automatically applies the handbrake and sits there, and as soon as you touch the throttle, handbrake's off and off you go. When you park on a hill, like the old hill descent hill control start, where you had to arm it on the brake pedal many years ago, you had to put your foot on the floor, hold it, and then the car would hold itself for a certain amount of time on the hill. This is seamless. You stop on the hill, handbrake's applied, car's still in drive, you touch the throttle, you drive away. Absolutely seamless. We'll go find a hill and I'll show you how the hold function works. And we'll just go for another little drive. I'll go and find some faster roads. I'll get off these little country lanes. And you'll get some impression of how refined and how nice this car is to drive. My favourite feature of the car for convenience is smart entry. As keys, I do have the option of pushing the buttons. I'm going to throw them in my pocket. There's my hand, keys are in my pocket. It's so easy. I've got a funny feeling the car may have been open, so we'll lock it. We'll do that again. My favourite feature of the car is smart entry. You've come out the shops, you've got bags in your hands, keys are in your pocket, there's the keys, they're in my pocket, you've got something in your hands, and you just walk up to the car and it's just car open. So easy.